Alrighty guys, well, we just came out to this hayfield where we tried making a couple of bales yesterday and it was too wet. Well, now it's going to be really wet, but our biggest concern was how bad was the wind going to blow the swath, and it actually held together pretty good. But we're going to have to flip all of this because now she's really sloppy. Wet underneath, but not flipping it today. The ground needs time to dry because it's wet. See that? Just mud. 1.5 inches of rain, that's what you get. But we scathed the storm a hell of a lot better than some guys. Because some guys lost the roof off their barns and the walls out of their shops. Holy crap, is it muggy out here.
Just wait.
And look, nobody stole that rake. Yeah. Would have been nice to have been able to get this baled up, but it was just too wet. We just could not get her baled. Anyways, we're done checking fields here. Now we're just gonna check on the cows a little bit, make sure they're all okay, and then get ready for a wedding. So fun. Let's get her done. We'll catch y'all later. Alrighty guys, how's it going today? So it's like freaking 2:30 in the afternoon. The ground is finally dried out enough that we could actually do something. And we're taking this heavy swath. Uh-oh. Are we gonna plug up? That ain't looking good. We're piling. Taking this heavy swath and we're flipping it to get it to dry. It's dry on top, but on the bottom it's still wet. So I'm trying to get it so we can bale up this, at least these opening 3 rounds. And you know what? That stuff that was just piling on, if it's friggin' still wet when I come back to bale, well, that'll just be one bale that we have to feed out right away. Set it out there for the cows to do what they want with it. But we got to get this stuff friggin' flipped over and dry it down a little more, because right now she's just too goddamn wet. Not catching it to roll it heavy, hardcore, but roll it enough that it friggin' can flip it over and get the bottom on the top side. So I'm gonna keep at this. We just got out here, just got rolling. Yeah, and we'll bring you guys back later. Alrighty guys, so yeah, that storm we had the other day, these lighter swaths, it kind of ripped them apart and blew them around a little bit. You can see right here, it's all over the friggin' place, more or less. But it's been a while since I've raked with just one wing down. Kind of having a little bit of a learning experience with this son of a gun. Got a couple of piles, but you know what? I'm gonna bale the son of a bitch. If it'll dry down enough, on average throughout everything, I'm gonna bale it all up. And those bales that we make today, if I can bale, all of these bales that we make today are gonna be set off to the side, stacked separately in a different area, and we'll use those up right away here in the fall. We always do a little bit of feeding in the fall, especially at weaning time. We tend to kind of lock the cattle up, so, and ones that are super wet, I'll just take them out and I'll just dump them for the cows to have fun with them, use them, do whatever they want with them, because the last thing a guy needs is to have an internal combustion fire on a friggin' bale stack. But the rake seems to be doing an okay job. It's just some of the swaths are so heavy, it gets piled up in the elbows of the walking beam, so to speak, because it's 3 pivot points for every 2 wheels on either side. So there's 6 wheels on each side, and it's a walking beam type system, so it goes up and down like this to follow the contour of the ground. And some of those other swaths are so heavy that it'll pile up and get caught up in that walking beam axle, so to speak, and then it starts to pile, and you gotta freaking lift the wing up a little bit, so on and so forth. Here where it's a little bit lighter, no issues, right? But on the other side where it was really heavy, that stuff, yeah, we've got some piles, and yeah, those piles probably are not going to dry properly. Not today anyways. Over time they will, just not today. Anyways, I'm going to let you guys go. We're in the second part, what we call the creeks. Raking up that stuff that I told you guys the other day was like about 10-year-old crop. So we're going to get this stuff dealt with, and who knows? I'm hoping we'll be baling today, but you never friggin' know, right? We might not be. It's all weather dependent. And those clouds, well, there's a thunderstorm watch and warning out for tonight already. And those clouds can turn into something real nasty real fast, especially with the humidity and the heat that we're dealing with. We're dealing with 39 degrees Celsius. Now, I don't know what 39 degrees Celsius is, but I'm guessing it's somewhere around 100 degrees Fahrenheit. And the humidity is through the friggin' roof. This morning at 11 o'clock, the grass was still wet at my house. So there was really no point coming out to try raking anything since it was so bloody wet, right? Anywho, talk to y'all later. We're gonna keep chewing at this raking job, and we'll hopefully be able to bale. Of course this would happen, guys. One friggin' cloud in the sky. Like, really? It goes from right there all the way up, right over top of me, and spans right across and goes out to there. So it's about a mile long. I just finished raking up what we call the creeks, and I got the opening 3 rounds done on the heavy stuff over there. And what's it do? It starts to rain. It's not raining hard, but it's raining. Like, I think this year is going to be one of them years where a guy just doesn't catch a break. What's Hay 22 going for? How's it going for everybody else out there? Over here, we got really nice hay. It's heavy. It needs a couple hours. You know, like this stuff. It's mostly grass in the creeks. But the odd spot where it's alfalfa, that stuff is holding the moisture. The grass is ready to go. I had an ugly clump right here, and I kind of ripped it apart. Like right here, it was wet. But there you can see how it's We're getting the raindrops. God darn it. Alright. CP is here to pick my fat ass up. So, I'm gonna jump in the truck with her, go home, and I'll come back in an hour or so and see if we can't get some of this stuff baled up. I may just friggin' bale her tough and say to hell with it, because I need these heavy rounds out here. I need those the hell out of the road so that we can friggin' bail up everything else out there. Okay, I'll let you guys go. We'll talk to y'all later. Alrighty guys, it's like 6:30 going on 7 p.m. This stuff has been sitting here drying. It's still got lots of green in her. She's still a little bit dampish, but you know what? For these opening rounds, and they've been driven on and everything else, I'm just gonna fucking do her. I think it'll keep because this stuff that's yellow, it's just fucking breaking, right? So I think we'll be safe. Plus, that right there, there's thunder, and there's another fucking thunderstorm coming our way. And I want to get this heavy shit that we raked up, baled up, and out of the fucking road. So, with no more ado, let's pitter patter and get the hell at her. And we'll catch you guys a little bit later once we're rocking and rolling here strong. See you then. Alrighty guys, well, we're giving her 66-inch bales. I'm at 50, 60 right now. There's 62 telling me to fill my corners in nice. And that's full. So what I generally do, all the bales on the opening 3 rounds, where's that friggin', there it is. All the bales on the opening 3 rounds, I kick them out to the very outside edge of the field so they're out of the way for when we come in to rake. So when we come in to rake all of that, that way they're out of the way. Also, these bales are on the wet side, so I know they're not mixed in with the rest of the hay when we come in to bale it dry. Hopefully we can get it baled in dry. And every bale I kick out, I always every bale that I kick out, I always back up, because we buggered up the bale kicker on this a couple years ago, and I just took it off and tossed it off to the friggin' scrap steel pile. Don't need the bale kicker on there anyways. You just back up a little bit, kick the friggin' bale out, and drive ahead as you're closing the tailgate. I don't know how many bales I made on the very first round. I think somewhere around 10. And this is a 42-acre plot. But there's a lot of bale, a lot of feed out here. I'm at 62 already, so we're going to be stopping right away. There it is, another one. We're only going about 100 to 150 yards to make a bale on this end of the field. Maybe 200 yards. Baling at about 6 miles an hour, in between 6 and 7. The faster you feed the chamber, the softer the bale is, or the looser the bale is, to allow airflow in there. And if these bales sit out here for a couple weeks before we pick them, That will allow them to not heat up for internal combustion. I've never actually had them get that hot that they caught on fire, but we've come real close. Really, really close. If you guys remember some of our Gamble Cop second cut bales from last year, those suckers were smoking. When I get going around this next corner right here, and we're going up this side, it is a little lighter and we can cruise a little quicker. And I turned one corner a little too hard and caught the fucking PTO shaft on with the friggin' 3-point hitch arm, and I think I put just the slightest little bit of a bend, a nick in the PTO shaft, because she's fucking wobbling, and that's a brand new PTO shaft from last year. Son of a beehive. So now I'm gonna have to see if I can. So if you look down there, if you guys can see that, see how it's kind of wobbly? Well, when it's turning at 1,000 RPM, yeah, that ain't gonna be fun. But when I get this stuff bailed up, we'll friggin' rip that PTO shaft off to make sure the shaft is not completely hoored, and maybe we can take it and get it straightened and rebalanced in Regina, and it'll be good. I won't have to actually replace the freaking PTO shaft, because that's like $2,000. Nobody wants a bill like that. Anyway, I'm gonna keep on going here. That cloud is getting closer and closer with every passing moment, so I'll let you guys know how many bales we get off of these, I guess theoretically 6 rounds, but being that we put 2 into 1, it's 3, so talk to you later. Alrighty guys, well, that piece is done. 27 bales on the opening 3 rounds, which is actually 6 rounds on 42 acres. And these are 66-inch bales, pushing 68s every once in a while because I didn't stop fast enough. So these are all like 1,550 pound bales. So now we're gonna come in here and we're gonna bale this stuff. Hopefully we get it done before that sucker hits us. There's lightning and thunder like the son of a bitch out there, but so far we're lucking out. Anyway, I'm gonna let you go. We'll talk to you later. Well guys, I'm shutting her down. We had a few drops of rain, but the humidity is just too much, and this stuff is getting wetter than I want it to be. Also, I don't know what the hell happened, but I lost all power to my monitor here, and that friggin' box pretty much runs the whole goddamn baler. So I got to do some investigations as to what's going on there, as to why it's not working, because yeah, something's wrong. It ain't working the way it should. It ain't working at all. So that'll be something that I monkey with tomorrow, along with this PTO shaft, see if I actually buggered it up or not. But anyways, fun. Let's get her done. We'll catch you guys later. Just bringing you guys back quick. I don't know if I got a bad connection in here. I'm peeling some of the tape off that's up there, or that last bale we were trying to make, we had one fuck of a lightning strike. I don't know if it hit the ground. It didn't hit me, it didn't hit the baler, but when that happened, I was just in the middle of trying to tie the last bale that we were working on and lost all the fucking power. Or if there's something wrong in the cable in through here, going up to here, I don't know. It's something we'll screw around with tomorrow. Anyway, we'll see you guys later.